Welcome back to Face the State. I'm Ariana Bennett. Thank you for keeping it here. Nearly 9 years ago, a nonprofit incubator for new business startups launched in our area. Since then, Startup NV has grown and helped a whole lot of businesses in the process. So Jeff Sailing with Startup NV is here with me to talk about that. Jeff, thank you so much for coming back on the show.
Well, thanks for having me. It's been a minute.
I could not believe it when I looked it up. Almost 9 years since the last time you were on here, and I would have sworn it was no more than like 4.
Me too.
It flew by. Since then, you've done a whole lot with Startup NV. Just give me a quick primer on where you stand now.
Where we stand. So when we last talked, we weren't even started yet. We were about to start. We had programs for entrepreneurs. We're an economic development group and an education group, so we were helping entrepreneurs to get their businesses together to get ready to go out and raise venture capital. We didn't have any venture capital back then, so the big change has been not only have we continued to help entrepreneurs, but we've also created some venture funds outside or around the nonprofit to help fund these businesses that we're helping founders to build.
And they've been pretty successful from what I was reading from your year-end report. Your return on that investment has been pretty good.
It has been. We started the investing product services in 2021. And since then, we've invested about $25 million in 27 companies. That comes from about 475 different people who have been our investors. The money that they've invested, the $25 million, is currently worth just under $50 million. I'm sorry, it's worth just over $100 million, $101 million to be exact. So people have made about 4 times back on their money. Now,
in 5 years.
In 5 years,
Wow.
which is, if you compare it to Silicon Valley investors, we're actually much better. Now, it's on a much smaller base of money, and then since those guys are investing many billions of dollars and we're investing millions of dollars, but we're still pretty proud of it. Almost every single company we invest in is a Nevada-based company. Probably a third of them here in Reno, 2/3 of them down in Vegas. So we're helping these entrepreneurs in the state realize their dreams, get their businesses underway, and the people who invest are making a little bit of money too, so everybody's winning.
Yeah, win-win all around. That's really cool. So what have been your biggest successes, what you're most proud of so far when it comes to the businesses you've helped?
There's a bunch of them. I mean, I can't go through all 27 of them, but I'll give you a couple of examples. There's a business here in Reno, the trucking business, right? People own these brokerages, and what they do for a business is they find trucks for companies who want to ship stuff, and then at the same time, these independent truckers need to find business. Now, they're driving their trucks. They don't have a way of calling on their next customer. So these brokerages arrange these things. So there's a lot of communication. Do you have a truck here? How much is the load going to cost? Have you delivered it yet? Where are they? It seems like it's a couple hours late. All this communication. So they've created this AI back office that does all of this communication and arranging between the truckers and the shippers. Local company here in town, it's called Tilt AI, and it's a really fascinating business run by a couple of guys who've been in the trucking business a long time, and then a technical person who knows about writing code and doing the AI thing. So
that's so cool.
So it's a really cool business and very appropriate to today's environment.
I love when the story is, I worked in this industry for years, I identified a bottleneck or an issue, and then I figured out a way to solve that problem.
Yep. And
what a cool thing.
Yeah, it is. It is a really cool thing. And another business, this one's in Vegas. It's probably one of the darlings out there right now. It's a company called TensorWave. And everybody's heard of the AI boom, right? NVIDIA and CoreWeave and all of that stuff. So these folks don't work with NVIDIA, they work with AMD instead. And they build and provide technology to people who have AI businesses and need to run it on these GPUs. But they use all AMD gear instead of NVIDIA gear. And the company is just going off like a rocket. There's nobody out there in the AI world that's unhappy with NVIDIA, but everybody's dying for a competitor. And the idea that there has to be more than one of these businesses out there. And these guys there's so much business coming at them from all these new AI companies that it's hard to keep up.
Wow.
And it's just wonderful to see that business growing and expanding in Nevada, creating lots and lots of jobs and wealth in Nevada as they grow. Same is true of Tilt. Probably not on quite the same scale, more normal scale than the hyperscale, but Both great Nevada stories, and we are thrilled to be involved with those founders and 25 other companies that are just as exciting in their own way.
Yeah, okay, so I know you offer help with some soft skills, things like how to pitch your business to angel investors and that sort of thing, venture capital, and then also now providing the funding side of it. For where you are now, are you looking for specific businesses that you want to help, or is it just, you'll take anyone who wants to apply for your help and then, weigh them all on their merits?
Yeah, it's the latter.
Okay.
We have sort of two different tracks in our program. One is for venture scalable businesses, the kind of businesses that I just talked about, Tilt and TensorWave. Then we have a whole nother track for what I would think of as Main Street businesses. They're great local businesses. Maybe it's an agency of some kind. Maybe it's a business, a local business where the founder or the entrepreneur they've not had experience doing this before. And we can help them. They may not attract venture capital, but still the lessons of how to create a business that stands a good chance of being successful are nonprofit, Startup NV. That's what we do. We are in the business of helping those folks.
Very cool. All right, so if someone is watching this thinking, I want to get involved with that, either from the business side or the investor side, where can they get more information?
Best place to go is our website, startupnv.org. We have websites for our individual funds as well, fundnv.com, 1864.com. Or .fund, 1864.fund. And then we have a program where we train angel investors called Angel NV. So if somebody wants to learn, how do I pick the right companies? How do you know that Tilt is a good company? How do you know that TensorWave is a good company? How do you know that this other local business, which seems awesome, is or isn't a venture scalable company? We actually train investors through our Angel NV program on how to make those distinctions and how to make the kinds of investments that hopefully will be good for the company and good for you as an investor.
Okay, so say somebody is at home thinking, I've been wondering, what to do, and I've got a little bit of cash, I'd like to invest it. Sounds fun to help a business grow. What's the minimum level of investment that you'll accept to be a part of this? Okay,
it's different for the different funds. For the angel training program, Angel NV, it's $5,000.
Oh gosh.
Yes, and
this is
there's
like a grassroots.
Yes, it is.
Situation.
It really is, and it's $500. Since we're a nonprofit, we have to charge $500 to put the program on. So every year, right at about this time, we start this program called Angel NV, and we attract. The first year we did it, we were hoping to get to 40 investors. This year we are over 100 so far, and it's really fascinating for the investors, the entrepreneurs who get involved in the program. We promise that at least one company is going to get at least $200,000. Which our state's SSBCI program matches, so it's at least $400,000. And every year we've managed to invest well over that, and usually more than one company every year.
That is pretty cool. I think many people would think, I don't have enough money to invest in order to be an angel. And they think people, like, you need to be a billionaire for that. $5,000, like, that's a buy-in that a lot of people could handle, and then you're helping a local Nevada company in the same breath, which is kind of a cool thing. All right, well, we don't have a ton of time left. Final message, or what you'd like people to take away from this?
If you are interested in learning how to be an angel investor, check out our angel investor training program, Angel NV, either through startupnv.org or on the Angel NV website on angelnv.com. And we'd love to help you and others learn how to be an angel investor and support the local economy.
Yeah, we love it. All right, we have like 30 seconds left. What's the number one thing that you would say, red flag business, do not do this?
Well, you hear about restaurants all the time, that the failure rate is even higher for them. We don't do a lot of work with restaurants, but you should be building something that people want. And you should research that. Make sure whatever your idea is, that you actually can defend this question. How do you know? How do you know for sure that you are building something people want, where you're willing to invest your time and other people's money?
All right. Thank you so much for that, Jeff. That's it for us on Face the State. Stay tuned for more next weekend. See you later.